You know, tofu is kind of like the Rodney Dangerfield of American cooking. It gets no respect. So, we try to hide it or make it look like something else. A tofu steak, tofu fish sticks, tofu chicken nuggets, or how about a tofu turkey? I don't think so. It's silly, because in Asia, tofu is the George Clooney of cooking. A superstar, especially if you're looking for help preventing heart disease. Tofu, like cheese, is an ancient food. But whereas cheese is made from dairy milk, tofu is made from soy milk. So tofu has a great deal of protein without the animal fats that can raise cholesterol levels. And that means less danger of clogging and hardening your arteries and a better chance of preventing heart disease and stroke, plus premature wrinkling and impotence. Eating soy foods rich in protein and natural isoflavones also helps control blood glucose and insulin levels, especially for people struggling with diabetes. But that's not all. Tofu contains important omega-3 fatty acids for your brain and heart. And even though tofu is a health superstar, it humbly absorbs the flavor of all the other ingredients around it. Tofu, like cheese, comes in different textures and they're all terrific. And today, I'll use an extra firm tofu cut into cubes for my ChefMD approved, quick and low-calorie Korean tofu stew. Today, I'm making a great vegetarian stew with my food as medicine ingredient, tofu. This is a low-fat, low-carb, easy-to-make stew that's an interesting and easy way to try tofu if you haven't had it. It's spicy, it's 150 calories per serving, and it's really easy to make. We start, as we often do, with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and onion, because it's going to form the base of the stew, and it'll get things started. Just add the oil to a hot pan, roll the oil around a little bit, and add the onion. Next, the garlic. Onion and garlic is the base of almost all good stews, and these are 12 cloves of garlic. Seems like a lot, but it actually softens and sweetens as you boil and then simmer the stew. Men in China who eat just 1 clove of garlic daily have half the prostate cancer of men who don't. And eating garlic lowers the risk of developing colon cancer. Garlic supplements don't do the same thing. To get the most from the garlic, let it sit on the board after you've chopped it, because then you've created little bits of allicin, which is what makes garlic smell so good and give it its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant qualities. That's about all you need. Add the garlic, have this over medium heat, and move it around for a moment. While that's cooking, let me tell you about the kimchi, which I've already run a knife through. Kimchi is a wonderful traditional Asian food that makes everything better. It's made with Napa cabbage, onions and garlic, and red chili pepper. We have a great recipe on the website. Go to the website and look for homemade low-sodium kimchi. And in this recipe, I'm using a cup, and I'm going to simmer in the stew to give it depth of flavor. Add a little bit of vegetable broth, and then the kimchi. Now for our food as medicine ingredient, tofu. This tofu comes in a block, like much tofu. And to make little cubes out of it, all you want to do is slice it, go through the middle gently, and then crosswise. The tofu will stay together in the stew if you buy a firm or extra firm tofu. Don't buy a silken tofu for this. This is just extra firm tofu that I'm going to add to the pot together with some tamari, which is a wonderful, rich Japanese dipping sauce that I'm using here for flavor. But it can be high in sodium, so a little goes a long way. Just put the tofu in and sprinkle with a little bit of tamari and give it a quick, gentle stir so you don't break up the tofu. Now, you bring that to a boil and allow the flavors to come together, and then simmer it for about 10 minutes. The longer you simmer it, the more the tofu absorbs the flavors of all the other ingredients around it. And that's what's so cool about tofu. Let's ladle this up. Oh yeah, beautiful, steaming, easy, 150 calories a bowl, and it has all the health benefits of high protein, easy to love, simple, and just a tad sweet tofu. For the complete recipe, check out our website. And remember, the fountain of youth starts in the kitchen. Chantani, may you live 100 years. For ChefMD, I'm Dr. John LaPuma. Excellent.